Hey guys, welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Udupa. And in this episode, we're going to talk about something slightly different, and that is known as how to exit a mutual fund or when to exit a mutual fund. Now, I'll tell you what, right? A lot of people, when they come out and do videos, they actually tell you when to invest, how to invest, and where to invest. But no one tells you when to exit, how to exit, and what do you need to plan when you exit. Just like how there's a plan to invest, there is also an equal amount of planning required when you exit a fund as well. So in this video, we're not going to talk about how to invest. We're going to actually talk about how to exit a mutual fund and when to exit a mutual fund in more particular, right? Right. So now we're going to do a few reasons. I'm going to tell you a few reasons which actually explains when you need to exit a mutual fund. And if you see these reasons, you should exit at that point. Okay. Awesome. So let's look at reason number one. If your fund is consistently giving you a poor performance, you need to exit that fund. Now, what do I mean by consistently giving a poor performance? Now, if you have a fund that is returns are constantly going downwards, it's not going upwards, it's constantly going downwards, then it's obvious that you need to get out of this fund and find another fund to invest in. Now, if the fund has gone down in 1 month time frame, like in the last 1 month, it went down by 2-3%, don't feel scared about it, right? You need to give it enough time to perform. The second thing what you need to look at is how is it compared to the other funds. If all the other funds in the same sector have given very good returns, but this one, your fund is not given that good returns, then it might be time to consider moving it to another fund. The third thing or the worst thing that could actually happen is if your fund does not outperform the benchmark index, right? If it does not outperform the index fund, then you've got lower than the index, then the fund is really not doing really well and you need to exit at that point. There are so many reasons why a fund could not be performing well, right? The fund might have invested in some kind of a sector or some kind of companies in a particular sector, and that sector might just have a bad time, right? The sector might be going on a downward spiral and your fund is actually invested in that. And if that happens, it creates an issue for your fund and indirectly creates an issue for you. Now, that is for an equity fund. But if it is a debt fund, they might have invested in low credit rated securities and might have failed to earn high returns as planned or as expected. So when things like that happen, you need to check how is it with respect to the index fund and is it giving good returns with respect to all the other funds in the market. If it is consistently giving you bad returns, time to exit. That was number one. Now, the second reason why you would want to invest or when to invest in the mutual fund is with respect to investment objective. Now, what is investment objective? The main investment objective is why did I invest in this mutual fund? Right? When I invest in a mutual fund, we ensure that my investment objective is in line with the fund. Right? Maybe they're moving in from a diversified equity fund to just a pharma concentrated fund. Now, it might give great returns, but the risk also might be quite high. And that is not in line with my investment objective. Maybe I'm investing this for my retirement and I don't want so much volatility in life. So when something like this happens, it is best to step away from that fund if it moves away from your investment objective. If you're saying, okay, you know what, no Shashank, the risk in this is okay, and maybe they've just merged into another fund now and the two funds have the same risk profile and it is in line with my investment objective, then you'll be like, okay, fine, that is okay, I can still stay invested. But if it goes against your investment objective and it becomes little more risky, then you should be like, okay, you know what, I think I should go and find another fund that is in my risk profile or that is in my investment objective. So when the fund changes its objective according to you, you need to change the fund as well. So that is when you exit the other fund. Now, the third thing, very important, is something known as portfolio rebalancing. Now, what is portfolio rebalancing? At the beginning, let's say you want to have an equal allocation of equity and debt. So you invest 50% in an equity fund and 50% in a debt fund. Now what happens is, with the recent bull run that's going on right now, obviously the NAV of your equity part would go up more. So equity will take up more than 50% and debt will slightly take up less. Obviously because the bull run is going on. Now when that happens, you might be like, you know what? No, this is not good for me. I want an equal allocation in equity and debt. So I need to rebalance it. Okay. If something's gone up 70% and the other one's only at 30%, maybe I need to slowly rebalance it. Rebalancing is nothing but, removing something and adjusting it somewhere else. It's not putting it back into your bank account. It is rebalancing the allocation, right? Because maybe equity went 70 and debt 30. Maybe I don't want that so much. So I'll make equity 60 and debt 40. I'm just rebalancing. Right, so that is when you usually exit a particular fund, when it goes out of proportion in line with your investment objective. Now, another reason that might be there for you to exit a fund is the achievement of personal finance goal. Right? Now, what is achievement of personal finance goal? Now, we all invest for some reason. right? Maybe mental peace, maybe for some emergency fund, maybe for an investment objective of, okay, you know what, I want to buy a house, so I'm investing for this. Or maybe it might just be as simple as, you know what, I just want a nice amount of money when I retire. And after my retirement, I want good amount of money in my bank account to live a peaceful, happy life. Now, that might be it. Now, what happens is, imagine you're investing from day one and you're accumulating your funds, and now you're almost close to retirement. Okay, you have reached this point where you're almost close to retirement. And now, just before retirement, you might see that, you know what, the market is very volatile. All my savings that I've done from the last 20-25 years might just go down because the market might go into a crash. It is a possibility, right? And you don't want to be in this volatile market because now you want to enjoy retirement. So at this point, there is something very beautiful. There's a very new technique that has come out. Quite recently, it's come out. It's known as SWP, or also known as Systematic Withdrawal Plan, right? Withdrawal plan means removing the funds. So instead of just selling everything, right, at one go and putting it into your bank account, what you can do is you can do a systematic withdrawal plan, whereas you can tell the equity fund, right, or you can tell the fund, okay, put a standing instruction saying that, you know what, transfer some money from my current equity fund and maybe put it into a liquid fund. Every month, take a particular amount or sell a particular number of units and put it into a liquid fund, which is more safe for you. So that is something that you can do. So as soon as you are coming close to achieving your personal finance goals and you want to remove it, you can remove your money. That's when you exit a mutual fund. But again, do it with a plan. Read up about systematic withdrawal plan and see why that is more important than just removing your money upfront. That is a very important factor. Now, another reason why you might exit a mutual fund is with the change of the fund manager. And this is very important, right? So every mutual fund is run by a fund manager. Its success or failure of a mutual fund depends on the fund manager itself. Now, some mutual funds are very successful only because of their fund manager, right? Not because of the fund house, but maybe because the manager who's running it is very famous. Now, what happens if suddenly the fund manager is changed? Okay, what happens if the fund house changes the fund manager and he leaves? Or what happens if the fund manager tomorrow decides that, you know what, I'm going to play a little more risky, I'm going to change my strategy and I'm going to have a more risky profile. Now, when that happens and the performance of the fund might decline, then that is the time you exit the fund, right? Either when the fund manager actually gets changed or if his new approach might not be in alignment with your new approach. So that is when you say, okay, I'm done, I need to exit this and maybe invest it back into something else. Another reason, right, and this is very important because a lot of you have the same question, is when do you exit a mutual fund? When it's profit booking time. Right now you'll be like, okay, Shashank, profit booking is such a topic that nobody knows when is the right time, right place, and nobody can predict when the right time, right place is for a profit booking. But what you can do is, in an investor's journey, right, when I'm investing, there are a lot of opportunities for me to exit, right, and get amazing gains in the stock market. Now, obviously, if you invest for a very long period of time, you will make better returns. But then there are sometimes there are these weird conditions in the market. There are economic conditions or market conditions from time to time that will keep coming that might trigger you to book the profits and trigger you to be like, okay, I need to take my money out, right? So let me give you an example. Now, if you look at India, right, if you look at the INR, okay, sometimes what happens is a weak rupee, if the rupee is weak, it is beneficial for the IT sector because they deal in exports. So if the rupee is weak, they get more money from dollars and they make a lot of money. But what happens is when the rupee is weak for a long time and dollar keeps increasing, right? But then suddenly there is a cycle curve where the rupee starts becoming stronger and dollar keeps going down. So when rupee starts becoming stronger, that's when you know that the IT sector is not going to do well. So I think that time I should book my profits of whatever I have in the IT sector and reallocate them somewhere else. That is when you do profit booking. Obviously, you can't time the market. You don't know when it's going to go up and when it's going to go down. But when you see a trend like this, you might see that it is not favorable to a particular sector. Remove it, put it somewhere else. Right? Don't obviously take it out and enjoy. Just reinvest it somewhere else into a different sector. So it is more like your profit booking and rebalancing at the same time. So that is when you profit book and exit a mutual fund at that point. Now, I've been talking about how to exit. Right, and I've been talking about when to exit, but let me tell you when you want to exit, how to do it in a very systematic and a planned way. So we will look at an exit plan. Now there are 2-3 ways you can look at an exit plan depending on how you want to exit and what are your goals of exiting. Now the first thing would be that imagine you are exiting a mutual fund because you've reached your financial goal. Okay, I've come towards the end of my financial goal. In the next 2-3 years, I'm going to retire and I want to get my money out. Right? Now, what you need to do is before you reach your retirement goal, maybe 2 years or maybe 3 years, start making a plan. Okay, I have built a corpus of say 10 lakhs. Now I want to remove this money. So maybe every 3 months, I'm going to remove a certain amount of money and put it back into some other fund or into some other investment or into a liquid fund. I don't know what it is, but make a plan. Don't just say, I'm going to remove all this money and keep it in my bank account, because you need to grow your money even after retirement as well, right? So I'm not saying use it for your benefit and enjoy, but make a plan according to it, right? Now, what another thing that you can do if you're selling a mutual fund. Now, the first one was, okay, I'm reaching my retirement goal, or I'm reaching this financial goal, and I'm making a plan to systematically exit it out. Now, another reason why you might be exiting is if you're selling your entire mutual fund to book profits, right? If you're booking profits, you do the second step. Now, if you're booking profit, you need to make it very clear that if I'm profit booking, where does that profit go? That is your planning. Right now, let's assume I made 2 lakhs in profit and I want to book this profit. Book matlab I'm selling the thing just to get the gain of 2 lakhs. Now, as soon as you book this profit, you need to figure out where can I take this 2 lakhs and reinvest it in the market, right? Do I put it back into my other existing investments? I profit book from the ones that did really well and maybe reinvest it in the other ones that might not do well but will do well later. That is a possibility. Or you rebalance your portfolio a little bit. So whenever you're profit booking, you need to make a plan as to that profit that I'm booking, where is it going? How is it going? Where is it going? And how to use it efficiently. Now, the third time, okay, that was profit booking. Now, the third time you might want to invest, as I mentioned before, was when you're rebalancing your portfolio. You're selling it to rebalance your portfolio. Now, you need to have a rebalancing plan in place. Now, rebalancing plan again is very important. So, you need to make a plan. Every time you rebalance, make a plan, right? Where will that extra money go and how do I rebalance it? Depending on a lot of factors, depending on the sector, depending on the current market conditions, and also depending on what interest rates are going on. Now, there is another system that you can use here, a new system that was created, again, quite recently, and this is known as Systematic Transfer Plan. Okay, a STP or Systematic Transfer Plan. Now, what Systematic Transfer Plan basically says, imagine I've invested in an equity fund. And I'm seeing that, okay, bull run is slowly getting over and I have a feeling India might change the interest rates that might make the bond rates or might make the debt funds very attractive. So what I'll say that, okay, I have say 1 lakh in my mutual fund and with the same company, with the same AMC, right, or asset management company, I'll be like, listen, in the same asset management company, you have another debt fund. So do one thing, I will issue a systematic transfer plan that every month from my 1 lakh fund, remove 10,000 and start putting it into your debt fund. Same company. So they'll do the transfer for you. So you don't have to sell here and then buy again. You just be like, please transfer from this fund to the same company's this fund, right? So equity to debt. So you can do a transfer like that. So if you're rebalancing, you can do a rebalancing from that. Anytime you think, oh, maybe it's, something's gone up by 10-15%, I want to rebalance. Again, rebalance from a systematic transfer plan. This is something that a lot of people do. That is something that you can do as well when it comes to exit planning. Now, as I told you, very few people in the market actually talk about when to exit a mutual fund and moreover than when to exit, how to exit with a plan. We all make a plan to invest in the market, but when it comes to exiting, everyone's scared. Everyone doesn't understand when to exit. They might be like, oh, you know what, is the market going to crash? Should we exit right now? But it's not only those factors. There are so many different factors that we mentioned, right? Market conditions might be changing. Interest rates might be changing. The sector might be not attractive anymore. Even the dollar rate, INR dollar rate might affect some sectors as well. So in this episode, I hope we learned all the different things of when to exit a mutual fund and then how to plan once you exit. A beautiful exit plan was also discussed in this. Again, if you like this and this is something little different that we did, not many people do this. So if you really like this episode, please like, share, subscribe and comment below. And if you like this, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll keep coming and doing more episodes for you guys. So this is Shashank Guduppa signing off. Hey guys, just a disclaimer. Any stocks or fund that have been mentioned in this video is only for educational purposes. We do not recommend a buy or sell in anything.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Please read the risk disclosure documents carefully before investing in equity shares, derivatives, mutual fund, and or other instruments traded on the stock exchanges.